on the new Terran settlement of Dias 5 years ago.
Alright, yeah. All of you. Just march, through the doors. Yep, yeah.
We're going.
Okay,
We're going.
we have the B's on the left and the C's on the right.
Bees.
Yeah, you've clearly got a C on your chest. My right, over here.
So you're right.
Wait,
So like over here then.
Nah, that's left.
No, it
Hold
was
on.
right. You had it.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I think that was. Now,
Well,
I'm
look-
sorry. I'm not the expert here, but I think that was.
Well,
Well,
we
look-
have been hired based on our expertise. So just
That's
you know.
your left and my. Just go on this side.
Well, now if you just turn around.
Well, I can't actually turn around, Cleo, because I've got to keep watch. I've got to keep watch.
Am I in the right spot?
It's just slide over a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fit some people in. All right, now everyone, march up here. I'm going to open the doors. All right, very good. You don't.
We do formation. That's just that's how we work.
We as caps.
Okay, that's fine. The three of you, you
I'm
can
in the front.
you can do it in formation. Okay, all right. Yes, the rest of you don't need to do it. No, we don't need every third person to turn around backwards. It's just what these.
Now, see, that looks great. You over there, the bees, could be better. Could be better.
Yeah, that just looked like a good idea. So,
They are about as useful as a screen door in a submarine, but now listen, that's the right way to do it. This is the only way. They didn't know they was getting professionals today now, did they? But here we are.
Okay. Oh
I
gosh.
guess the pay is extra, ain't it?
Look, some of you need to look where you're
Professional
going at
pay.
least.
yeah, no, but not if you got a good formation covered. Fron, are we doing all right at the front there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all good to go, thank
All
you.
right.
Told you.
Close those doors.
These don't seem to be doing so well over
Nah,
there.
they
They're
don't
all
seem to
bunched
have
together.
any idea of what type of a
Don't
formation.
they know what the line looks like?
No,
They ain't
they're
got
really
it.
setting themselves up for failure, I would imagine.
Hey, I thought.
They ain't
Keep
got it.
moving. All right.
We go.
Hang on. Let me just throw this open.
Yes.
Now, stay on your sides. You can see there's two different ways you could. Two
Well,
ways you
I
can
can't
go.
see actually, but
Well, just
Yeah, I
follow
do.
your group.
okay.
Okay, so the B's want to go through this side over here, and the C's, you're going to go through this side. Just you can
So
see
is
there.
it C's on the right or C's on the left?
We're gonna have a look at both, make sure.
Okay, well the C's are on the left now that I'm facing this direction.
Is that your left or our left?
It's everybody's left.
Fron, you tell him.
I think actually it's my right because I'm still facing backwards.
Fron here's our
These
navigator.
instructions
so
are
now I really don't know
really
if you ought to
confusing.
contradict.
Everybody who is facing forwards, C's are on the left. Now, if you're facing backwards, that's going to be the right for you. And then the B's, everybody who's facing forward is going to the right. Unless you're facing backwards, then you're going to the left. Is this making sense? No.
Yeah, that's right. That's Fron. You got it.
Yeah, I think we got
I
this.
got it. I've got
There's
it.
letters above the doorway. Just go through the assigned doorway.
This is really
see.
looking like 10 miles of bad road.
Also, I've only just noticed this, but we seem to be following a red line on the floor, so I don't know why he didn't just mention that.
Keep it simple, buddy. You know what I mean? That's something we know a lot about.
Welcome back, everyone. It's another episode. Another special, precious episode of The Backwater Bastards. Cleo Day!
Cleo Day!
Cleo Day.
Cleo Day.
Yeah, mix it up on you. Watch out.
I know.
Watch out.
Wow. It's your day. You can do that. You're allowed.
Do what I want. It's my day.
Yeah.
It's my day like a couple times
Yes.
over.
Yes.
So I'm the Dungeon Master Dick Dynamite,
That's how we do it.
leading this carnage. Over there to one side, we've got Daniel Matthews, a.k.a. Dr. Z, a.k.a. for this special episode, Bortus.
And yeah, just one step backwards every day.
He's an expert on spaceships. He's an expert on Taylor. It's her significant other, Willem, a.k.a. Fron.
Yes, I'm back. We're back. You're back. Everybody's back.
It was
Back
so
to back.
good.
And here for her special day, it's Taylor, also known as Cleo.
Oh, so ugly I got hired to haunt a house. It is me.
Oh, that's so sad and not true at all.
I can say whatever I want. It's my day.
It is your day, but be kind.
It's my day.
So, I mean, I feel like if anyone does need an update on where we're up to, they really need to go back and listen to the prior episode because
They do.
this is Cleo
This is
Day.
an arc.
This is an arc. You got to hear it all together. But regardless, we've gone back in time to a time when Cleo was back on her home planet of Dias, and before, for whatever reason, she had been transformed into a giant bear creature. For Cleo is a human.
With a dexterous human is at that.
I know, a dexterous human. This is the thing that built the Cleo that we know.
Yes.
Origins.
Origin story.
A human, part of a caravan of ne'er-do-wellers on the planet of Dias who wants to compete in the Bringening. She's got a bit of an idea that she can beat her nemesis Margot this year and possibly beat everyone and be the best bringer
This is the year.
by getting into there's this really fancy factory, and it's, everyone else is like robbing the towns or like robbing the Terran facilities, seeing what's been left behind because the Terrans leave for a little while, a dirty old week and a half when the planet partially orbits outside of Terran airspace for a little while.
Big mistake.
But Cleo has seen this factory, and it is, these are capitalists. This is a private company. They got the good stuff. It's really shiny. I mean, it's this shiny white metal prefab building. So Cleo and her two goons, or her gang, the Caps, Bortus and Fron, said that they're willing to do a job. And that's the thing, that they've been recruiting as many sort of young, able-bodied people as they possibly can to come work in this place. People have been coming and working here, and none of them ever seem to come out again. Of course, looming above this, as ever, there's a spectre of the Ursine warship.
Ooh.
The Ursine slaving ship, really. The Ursine being large, bear-like creatures with a real reputation for disappearing people, especially the disenfranchised on poor and desperate planets.
Ooh.
There's no way that's connected.
Yeah, that's nothing to do with us, so.
So we catch up to where we were. The three have offered their services. They've been processed. They've been designated C grade. They've been given fancy new jumpsuits, and came through and they've kind of cased the living quarters of the workers there, and realized that there's a food replicator here, and that's the sort of thing that would win a gang the Bringening. So they've already eyed that out. They've already worked out that they can just peel the paneling out, and it's just sitting on a table back there. Like
So easy.
it looks real fancy. It looks like it's built into the wall, but whoever did this did not
figured it out.
have thieves
Smart.
in mind
Smart human.
when they did it.
SMRT.
Yeah. Exactly.
But all of that may be irrelevant right now, as the three have been led by some guards and a scientist down a hallway, out of the living quarters, and into what can only be described as some sort of testing room, some sort of experimentation room, because you can see that there's basically like all the way around the outside it's an oval-shaped room, and there's just these little viewing platforms, and there's a lot more people sort of scurrying about, all in these big long white coats, like the doctor that checked you out earlier.
Yeah.
They're all very busy. They're scurrying about. They're sort of doing things. There's also a bunch of them down the middle of the room where they're operating on some sort of machinery, and it looks pretty like basic. There's just all these sort of like pipes and cables coming out of the ceiling, coming down, and then there's 5 of these little units, and each one of the units is it's small. It's something that you could actually like carry around, and it just sort of looks almost like a funnel or a pipe with a few working parts and vents on it. And there's 5 of those equally spaced between. There are these 2 big basically glass boxes, little glass rooms perhaps, or holding cells. One labeled with a B, one with a C, and the B and C's look like labels that they've just like gone bang. They've got stickers and just stuck them above the doors, so they could probably peel those off again if they wanted to. There's 5 of each group, 5 grade C's, including the 3 of you, and 5 grade B's.
Hey, Fron, I just want to, give you an update. Everything that we've seen, we're still seeing. It's just the same back here. Nothing's changed. Nothing at all. How about the front there?
Front's looking pretty good. Have we entered the rooms yet, or are we still?
Yes, you've come sort of your first sort of step into the room.
All right. There seems to be a big glass box over here.
Oh, yes. Very intriguing.
All right, look, the people, the bees are already in their box. You're holding everyone up now.
Well, we're having a look.
Yes, we're having a look.
That's how we do. Now mind your own. We're doing our recon.
Well, okay, I've got to close this door.
This is going to help you out later.
Please get them into position. We don't have all day.
Look, I'm trying. They're a bit of a handful, and I just don't really want to cause a scene this early on.
Well, that's what you get for C-grade help.
Yes.
Now, this is the best of the best. C, the top of the ladder. Y'all, what do you make of this?
Oh, it's...
Boxes.
Oh, we're getting further away from the food replicator, guys. What are we going to do?
The box seems to be pretty sturdy. And Fron taps on the glass.
And yeah, tapping on it, Fron can sense that it is very sturdy. It's some sort of glass-like substance, but it is very much armored. It's the sort of thing that it feels as though like it would stand up to like blast a fire at least for a little while.
Oh man, I'm feeling like Taylor is nervous about going into this box.
I mean, you guys got a gun and some explosives, so you can probably make things work. But
what does the door look like? Is it just a regular handle and hinges?
The door. It's a sliding glass door, and it looks like it's operated from elsewhere.
And is this thing closed all the way, or is the top open?
So it's closed all the way. It's basically these two rectangular boxes, and they're kind of like long and thin from this angle. Like they look like it's literally designed for like 5 people to sort of walk in and then like sort of stand there in a row.
Hey, Bossman. Bossman.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I ate a bit too much before, and I had a bit too much to drink. You kind of didn't really put a cap on it. That's a bit of a joke about our gang. I need to use the bathroom.
What, right now?
Well,
you're really going to want to listen to him.
Yeah, I mean,
you're really going to want to listen to him.
I don't want to be standing in that glass box and embarrassing myself, I got a bit more pride than that.
It's not good for confined spaces.
Yeah, I don't, there have been a few messes in some of the prior runs. I think maybe it's a good idea.
All right. Well, just be quick about it. You escort him to the staff ones. It's fine. He's not going to cause any trouble.
Don't you guys need to come with me as well? Like, shouldn't we all go use the bathroom?
We was all having that drink. Like a lot. The sugar drink.
Hands up, everyone that needs to go to the bathroom right away.
I put 2 hands
Fron
up.
sticks his hand up.
2 hands up.
It's literally just the 3 of you with your hands up. Everyone else is sort of like looking around like, huh?
You are going to regret it if you don't go now.
Bees, y'all right?
Are you sure?
Y'all already went?
Oh no, I'm fine. I did just already go. I've been going quite a lot, and
All right. Well, for somebody that gone a lot.
Did you make the mess up in the cafeteria?
I did.
Fron ain't polite. Fron.
It wasn't me.
It ain't gonna be us either. So
Guess we have a date.
All right. You 3.
Destiny.
This way. Follow me around the outside. The rest of you just get inside the box and just wait. We'll be with you very shortly.
We're just going to the little sand pile out back.
I look over at Fron and Cleo and do a big wink at both of them. And I tap my pocket and I'm like, yeah.
So the B's and the 2 C's in their glass cases, and they were sort of like looking around. Most of them started like leaning against the glass walls. Like one of them's even sort of sat down cross-legged, as like one of these guys in the white jumpsuits, almost matching your own, but it's got like a little logo instead of the C. And the logo is just sort of like a combination of shapes. It's sort of like a circle with a 4-pointed star in front of it, and then some little squiggles around it. So you don't really recognize it, but it looks like some sort of like sort of company logo or something.
Okay.
But anyway, he leads you along, carrying a blaster rifle, but kind of negligently. Like it's there. He's holding it in both hands. It's a constant, like vague threat. But he's not pointing at you. He's not really barking orders. All right, come with me. And he leads you around the outside, and like some of the scientists are like really sort of like caught up in what they're doing, like configuring things on little consoles and just sort of adjusting things. There's one of them who sort of seems to be like going and just sort of pumping minuscule amounts of some sort of liquid and through a long curly pipe that goes into the devices in the center.
Oh, I pointed out to the guard and go, "Someone's got the same idea, huh?" Pumping liquids through a pipe. Yeah, just a little bit of a.
He gives Bortus just a withering look, and then sort of like steps around the scientists and beckons you to follow around, and then he takes you around off to one side, and you can see there's just a door. He comes up, and he lifts his wrist up to the door. He must have some sort of device on his arm underneath the jumpsuit, because he holds it up to the door, and there's a beep, and the door goes and opens up. All right, in through here.
Oh yeah, all right. Walk in.
So he leads you in, and you've just got more of this, this very white, sterile prefab. You go through here, and just to one side, there's a door with a very sort of universal space lavatory kind of sign.
Did he come with us?
He's come with you, and he points
Can the scientists see us?
to the door. So the scientists can see you until you all step through, and then the door goes behind you.
Okay.
Good.
And it is just the three of you and this one guard in this hallway at the moment, in front of the bathroom door. Okay, there's just the one cubicle, so whoever needs to go the most, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know we all have various levels of urgency, but just maybe.
You can go first,
Bortus has got a bladder like a lizard's eye.
All right. I'm gonna. Thanks. Could you turn around, please, Mr. Guard?
What? Just go into the cubicle.
I mean...
Yeah, but I don't want you to watch me go in the cubicle. It's a bit private, right?
He can't go if somebody's looking or listening, or if they're around the general vicinity, or if they can smell it, or if they could get splashed
I'm going to stay out here in the hallway. It's fine.
All right, well, okay.
Well, I mean, it's...
Okay, look,
it's a
I'm
local
turning
custom,
around. Just go inside, please.
Yes, okay.
Go on, Bortus, you're all...
This is all going to be on me. They're in a hurry in there.
Yes, well, I'm just...
Well, honestly, so's we.
Get in there and I'm going to...
you gotta go.
Can I, once I'm in there, can I have a look at the paneling on the walls to see see how secure they are? What type of roll would that be?
I mean, given that you've seen, like, Cleo peel that one back before, you could probably just sort of like feel around at the edges of the panels, like give it a little bang, and you could be able to tell.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and displace a panel and try and see how much space there is back there in the wall.
So as soon as you start sort of like banging about and peeling about, you can sort of see that these are very similar things. Where like the paneling is super thin, like sort of almost like aluminium kind of stuff that can be like you're not nearly as strong as Cleo. Well, she's not that strong, actually.
Hey.
Yeah, you're about the same strength as Cleo at the moment. What am I talking about?
Yay!
So, like, it's
the only time, yeah, exactly.
You're just going to have to make a strength check, basically, to peel it back.
Okay.
You're finally strong, though.
Yeah, I know.
So can we hear him messing about with the panel? Do we need to distract the guard?
So outside, you do hear, like, a little bit of sort of, like, banging and shuffling, and the guard sort of, like, like, looks over his shoulder and sort of furrows his eye and then sort of shakes his head, like, what's going on in there?
So I'm just going to grab his hand and shake it vigorously. And just go, I would really, really like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to be gainfully employed and get some cans and some nice shiny boots and and this beautiful overalls that you've provided. And by the way, what is your name?
My name's Given.
Oh.
Okay, that's enough handshaking.
So I increase shaking it even harder.
As you get this sort of, there's this good, like, solid two-handed handshake, you can feel that he has something that's like sort of like a wristband underneath the sleeve. So it feels as though it is a separate device, not in the suit and not under his skin, just a thing that he's wearing around his wrist. And it seems like it's possibly a good idea as well that you're causing this distraction, because there is a bit of a creaking and a thud, and then possibly even a little bit of cursing as Bortus tries to pull back the wall, and then it sort of slams back on his finger like.
Oh. Now, I would just also like to to give you my thanks, like Fron, because, well, you see, we ain't never had an opportunity to get a job like this. And I just, wow. How long you been working here?
I came in with the build.
Oh, wow. So you're a veteran.
I mean, you can say that. We're all third party. It's a big story, but I'm from midspace, far away from here.
From another world?
Yes, of course, off-world.
A spaceman.
His eyes sort of widen. He's like looking between Fron and Cleo. Fron sort of still got a firm grip on his hand, shaking it. Cleo sort of getting right in there and like touching him on the shoulder. As do you want to take another shot at the wall with Bordus?
Yeah, I failed that first one, so I'm gonna do another.
This guy is well and truly distracted at the minute.
Another go with the strength.
And we smell good.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Give me a D100. I want to know what's happening with this.
Oh, buggered it. 72.
Oh, yeah.
It real good.
That's just about 3/4 bad. So Bordus.
Here we go.
He's trying to peel back the door, peel back the wall. And he's sort of like, he's getting it. He's got the corner. He's peeling it back. It's bending, and then bang. His fingers, he loses his grip on it. He gets a little slice across one of his fingers from the edge of the rough fabric, just sort of slicing him open, blood dripping down his hand, and with just a loud, resounding smack, like a bell being rung. The wall smacks back, and there's just a reverberation across the entirety of the wall. The noise coming out of the bathroom is ridiculous. It's just a big, like someone has smacked a gong with a hockey stick.
Great.
All right, so
I'm okay.
I hear the commotion, and I want to, while holding onto this doctor or guard or whatever he is, fall backwards, using my legs to kick his feet out from under him in one motion and bring him to the ground so that he doesn't have time. So he's more engaged with us than has time to go in there and listen to the noise.
I'm trying to picture this.
Holy
my
heck.
God.
There we go.
22.
My goodness.
22.
So the guard.
I guess you strong too.
The guard sort of hearing this noise is like trying to sort of like free one hand from Fron and try and like get his hands back on his rifle. I'm going to roll a strength save for that as well. I've only rolled a 6. And his mouth drops open, his eyes a bit wild. He's like looking towards the door because like, what was that noise? Like, what on earth is Bordus doing in there?
Strong.
But before he can even, like, he's struggling to get away. He doesn't get away. Fron collapses back and just pulls the guard with him. And he has him at this point where he could actually sort of almost just pin him down. He's rolled that much better. And sort of this wrestling thing, you've just got him. Like you've pulled down, you wrapped your legs around him, and you've just got him there, held on the ground like a crocodile hunter.
Maybe we can just grab his head and like assist him into the floor just to knock him out.
Assisted knockout?
Yeah.
I mean, you have rolled better than a 22, which how do I work that though? Because like the way I've done like non-lethal damage, you'd have to roll like a damage roll, and it would no way be enough to actually knock him out. But I feel like this is the sort of thing that should work. Give me a D6. It's going to be +1 for your non-lethal damage. Okay then.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean you've rolled maximum. I was going to say that if you can get him past half in one go with non-lethal damage, then you knock them out cold.
Mm-hmm.
New rule now. That can go in the rule book.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Fron just pulls him down, smacking his head into the ground. He takes 7 points of non-lethal damage. Just his eyes glaze over as his hands sort of limply let go of the rifle, and he just sort of flops onto the ground, completely unconscious.
Well, and I was about to ask him if he'd ever been on a spaceship.
Oops, sorry.
Idiot.
I slipped.
I'll step out of the bathroom being like, oh, guys, kind of buggered it up in there, eh? I didn't even get to really use the toilet, but
And just covered in blood.
Well, we did some damage out here as well.
oh, bloody hell, Fron, what have you done?
I slipped.
Same here.
Yeah.
I slipped as well.
I'm thinking we might want to drag this one into the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah. good idea.
After we take his stuff.
Well, I'll grab him and pull him into the bathroom so that we can then take his stuff.
All right.
How do you think these clothes are going to fit? Because one of us is him now.
I'll just lie down next to him to see if it looks like it's similar size.
So this Bortus lies down next to it. Bortus, you can see that Bortus would be a little bit long in both the arm and leg to actually get into this thing. He's a bit too lanky. This guard is sort of only sort of 5'10" or something. So Bortus would fit into it, but he would look a little bit strange.
All right, Fron, you too.
So I do the same thing. I also go lying down next to him to see to match up the sizes.
So Fron does the same, lying on the other side, I guess. And you can see Fron, on the other hand, is a fair bit shorter than this guard, but like that shouldn't be a problem. You can always just roll up the sleeves and stuff. But it does look like Fron is significantly wider of body and probably be sort of like bulging at the seams of it.
Well, heck, that dog won't hunt. Hold on here. I'm going to lay down, too.
You're all just laying down next to it. Cleo is, I guess, like displaced by one person away from this body. It's
Yes.
and there's no one up standing up to actually do the comparison. So at this point, there's the unconscious guard and the three of you lying on the bathroom floor.
Someone walks in. Well, what is this?
Help, it got us.
But Cleo, sort of, from what she saw of the size and sort of compared to the compatriot she's next to, I mean, Cleo would fit into it.
All right, we got to be quick about this. Now, you just try to weasel him out of that jumpsuit. I'll put his on, and we'll put mine's on him.
Yes. What about the gun though? Maybe can we hide it in our jumpsuits? Can I put it in the jumpsuit with my body, like the long torso, like
So
halfway down the leg?
You're grabbing the rifle, and you sort of like try and like it does technically fit into the jumpsuit. Like you can get it in
Just
there,
tuck
but
it
you've
into your underpant.
you've got a big like lump where the handle is, like the stock of it is sort of like prodding you in the thigh. The tip of the blaster rifle is peeking out the top of the jumpsuit, like by your neck, sort of like there by your throat, like.
Yep.
Well, you're a bony guy, and that's your necklace.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'll zip it up. Good. No one can tell.
Let's hope that the safety is on.
Bortus, maybe you should give me the blaster.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess so.
They can't both fit in that suit of yours.
Yeah, it makes me look a little bit, knobbly in the bit. So, yeah, fair enough. Here you go.
Does this mean
And
you
I
have
hide
the
it in
ammo
my-
and the little
No,
handgun?
Yeah,
It's got all the parts.
yeah. I'm not gonna load the handgun just yet. So I'll
Alrighty.
just
Ooh.
tuck the handgun away inside my suit.
Oh.
All three of you are technically armed now. As you strip off the guard, and underneath, he's just basically wearing like sort of socks and a pair of boxer shorts. Not even white. That he hasn't like kept with the color scheme. He's clearly like come in his own clothes and then been given the white jumpsuit. He's got like like red socks and like a very like a bright yellow with little cartoon characters boxer shorts on, of course.
Dang, look at that.
Cleo, you should take this bracelet. And Fron taps on the thing that's on his wrist.
That's a good idea. We need the password. I seen him open the door with that. I'm going to put it in my pocket.
It takes a little bit of sort of fiddling around, but eventually you realize, you can sort of squeeze it at the top and bottom at once, and it goes and opens up, and you can take it off.
All right, we gotta put the other jumpsuit on him. We gotta stuff him in there.
Yep, there. Put him in. Just. I've got his legs.
He's a little long.
I can't really bend over with this extra bit in my body.
That's all right. Just
Border's like
you hold
trying
him.
to bend over and help, but can't actually get that far down. Getting sort of smacked in the face with the end of the rifle.
Just hold him by his one arm.
Yeah, I got it. Your front, you're in. Lift. 3, 2,
Fron
run.
lifts.
No. Oh hell. Okay.
Oh,
Stuff it. Zip it up.
yeah, I think he looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, he's all right. Look at that. C for
Welcome to the Caps.
welcome. You are an honorary member.
The guard, like in Cleo's jumpsuit, like it does look a bit tight. There's a bit of sort of, like what do you call it? Camel toe kind of going on. It's a little bit short for his torso, but it all, like you're able to get him into it and zip it up. Cleo, like, look a little bit undersized in the guard uniform, but not not so as you'd notice too much.
Guys, now I was trying to get through the wall here, and this is where I cut my hand, and this is the wall that didn't move.
Now, how'd you get cut on this? You didn't do it right. Yesterday when we did it, now look, hold on. Should have done it like this. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna do, what is it, a strength?
Yeah, strength roll.
Because maybe this is what we do. Now that we have committed this heinous crime.
Heinous crime. 8. Oh, no.
A crime.
So Cleo, sort of similarly, this thing's getting a bit of a dent in it now. The corner is all bent out, but Cleo sort of pulls it back. And then eventually, like, she gets to the end of her tether, and like loses grip on it and bangs back. It doesn't make the same like resounding gong noise, but it is like a big snapping sound. As you're just sort of left there, like panting now after all this exertion.
I told you it was pretty hard, but at least you didn't get cut like I did. I mean, I'm still bloody bleeding over here.
Do you want me to give it a try?
Fron, I would love it if you would break this bloody wall open, because to be quite honest with you all, I'm at the end of my tether with this wall. It is. There we go.
So finally, Fron comes in, grips the thing with both hands, and just peels it back. There's a creaking noise, and then just a sort of a pop as this entire wall panel, and it's about sort of like 1 by 2 meters.
Oh, heck.
Peels off the wall, and then Fron is sort of left with this thing that, like, there's not a lot of room in here now with the three of you and the unconscious body on the ground. Scooch it around, like, bump the guy a few times and get it, like, you know, leaning against a wall somewhere out of the way. But more importantly, as this panel comes away and you're sort of ducking under, trying not to get hit by Fron carrying it, you can see inside. And it's basically, there's a gap. The back sides of them are just sort of like this dull grey colour. Like, there's one side that's like this nice, shiny, pristine white on the inside. And you see, basically opposite you, just another one of those walls, but there is a gap that a person could conceivably squeeze into between them.
Well, now that looks like our
There
ticket
we
out.
go, Fron. Excellent work. That's bloody
Well
great.
done.
Do you think you'll be able to fit through that, Portis?
Now that is something I could fit in. I'll just shimmy. You remember, Dickie, when we worked at the coffee cart and used to instead of saying backs, you'd go sneaky, sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do
that.
sneaky, sneaky, and slide in into the wall.
Dick's like, that was between us.
You just told the whole world.
It was our private thing.
That was our thing, Daniel.
So Bortus, sort of sliding in there. It's like it's full head height because it's just inside this interior wall, but it is kind of dark. There's light coming in like sort of right where you are, and there's like little cracks of light coming through like various places in either direction. And basically, if you go through this wall, you can either go one way that's sort of like blind territory, like you're not entirely sure where it goes, or the other way that leads back towards the experimentation room and the glass boxes.
You know what this is like? This is like if a bunch of idiots were trying to do a bank heist and they started doing they started
making it up
doing
as they
like
go
crazy
along.
shit in the lobby.
This is a bank heist. We're here to steal some shit, right?
Excuse me, can I help you? Yes. Which one is the vent?
And can it take the load of a person or 3?
Hi, do you happen to know if we go this way, can we get out? Is this the end of the line here?
Yeah.
Do you mind if we just take a couple more minutes here in the bathroom? We're trying to figure something out together.
Yeah.
This is a group project.
I mean, this is a heist, you know?
Fuck, what do we fucking
I'm
do?
going to shimmy
like,
into the wall then. I'm going to just shimmy and keep going down, shimmying down the wall, and I'll just hey, it keeps going.
Can you say how far?
Oh, there's like a light at the end, but
Oh, hell.
the air isn't
Go
that
towards the light.
Yeah, okay. All right. Just keep shimmering
Well,
along.
So as
Yeah, that
Bortus is
sounds
sort of
good.
shimmying along, he sort of starts like getting like a little bit tangled in like wires, but is able to sort of like, you know, sort of get through them like a bit of an intrepid explorer. Almost trips over, there's like a pipe. It's probably the one that just goes to the toilet, and you sort of have to step over that to get past.
Yeah, the light hasn't got any closer, but the walls haven't got any tighter. So it's just the same. I just keep going, really.
Fron, you think you can fit in there?
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right, let's follow.
I try to get in the hole.
So Fron, it is a bit more of a squeeze for Fron, but he does fit in. He's got to go like fully sideways and just sort of like crab walk along.
Because Fron isn't round; he's just wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's built. He's got big tree trunk shoulders.
Yeah, that's true. As Fron goes into the hole, I'm just gonna say, well, hold on real quick. I just gotta pull the trap door on this operation, and I don't mind me none. And I'm gonna just like kind of drag the guy in after us, and I'm gonna try to hoist him up onto the toilet.
Toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
You've squeezed him into this tight little costume and then just set him down on the toilet.
He's gonna be so confused.
And then, yeah, the little cubicle thing, obviously, it's not a little slide thing because this is space. It's a little thing that you sort of touch your hand on. It goes and turns to occupied.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
now, do your business. And I'm going to go into the wall, and
Yes.
I'm going to pull this panel behind me.
Just sort of slide it over. That's good enough.
What's the line? It's coming from the walls, or they're in the walls.
The call is
So
coming
as-
from inside the
As
house.
the three of you shimmy into the walls and Cleo closes it up, so sort of bringing up the darkness level even more. Now you are, you can really, all you can see is like maybe your own hand in front of you. If you get like really close, you can see the person in front of you, and you can just hear this. Of the guard snoring on the toilet.
Oh, I thought there was something ominous coming up. Oh, Franz, sounds like you really knocked that guy out.
Yeah, I slipped.
Yep, same here, same big slip.
Well, he slipped too into the toilet. And now, anybody that wants to come after us, gonna have to deal with that first.
Indeed.
So, now, we got business here.
Yeah.
We gotta find our way out. We gotta get our take
Yep.
and find the way back to the pods so we can crawl on out of this pit.
With our take. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
This is going to be the best Bringening ever.
Ever. They ain't never seen nothing like this. We're gonna bring that, and it's gonna be dinner forever.
Dinner forever.
Forever wet food. The wettest food you ever had.
So as you're sort of shimmying your way through the walls, it's a little bit harder for Fron when he starts getting tangled in wires and things, but he needs a little bit of help from Cleo to sort of like sort of hold this up out of the way. But eventually you get out of like sort of all the workings that are powering the bathroom, and then it's much more smooth sailing for a little while. There is a point where you actually have big fat power cables like below you and above you, and you've got to sort of like step over while also ducking under and squeeze through. But ultimately, it's all relatively achievable until Bortus up the front just sort of crashes into another wall, and he realizes you've got to a corner now where the wall panelings meet,
Oh, bugger.
and you bump
And
into
you know
it.
these panels are like really shitty, so like anybody could hear this.
Investigation check, I guess, or
Yes. You want to feel around a bit? Give me a roll.
yeah.
Do we all crash into him?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, hold up, okay? It's
And there's like, inside there, because you're inside between these two wall panels, it's thunderous every time you touch it. It's like this constant nervousness. Is it that loud outside?
Hey, shh, quiet, you guys, okay? Please. I'm having to say this very loudly because you're making so much noise.
I'm sorry, but I can't see a thing in here.
Yeah, well, I haven't all of a sudden mutated and grown lizard eyes either,
Well, what's happening up there?
I will tell you when I feel around. Feeling.
So Bortus is sort of feeling around, and there's like a moment of panic where it feels as though like you've come to a dead end. And Bortus is suddenly struck with the fact that not only is he now here at this dead end inside a wall, there's two people behind him, and there's this claustrophobic feeling of, oh god, and then he feels a little bit further to the left and realizes that, there's the panel sort of keeps going. You could just turn to the left and just move down that way.
Oh, yeah, guys, good news and bad news. Bad news is I thought for a moment there we were done for, stuck in a wall to live out the rest of our meager existences inside this wall. good news. You could just go left, so we can just go left.
Hey, Bortus, next time start with the good news.
Oh, yeah, but I thought it would be, like give you something to look forward to, something, like to feel good.
That we're trapped?
Right. Okay, point taken. Yeah. Good news first next time.
All right. I guess we're going left.
We're going left.
Wait, left or right?
Oh, if you walk backwards, it's your right. If you walk forwards, it's left.
Frown, I think it's right for you. I think.
Awkwardly, like all three of you make your way around the corner and to crab walk along. You suddenly get to a point where you can hear muffled talking. People sort of barking things to one another. You can't really quite make it out at first. And then eventually Bortus gets all the way to a point where suddenly he's just crashing into things. And there's something else in this wall. It's this feels like heavy stuff.
What?
Wrestling with it a little bit, you realize that there are just these big fat bunches of power cables, and it's just sort of filling up the wall to one side of you. It's this big mass of just tangled fat cables. It's almost impossible to get by them. You could maybe sort of clamber up and try and crawl over them in the higher parts of the wall. But as you're sort of like stumbling with them, you suddenly realize that you can hear the voices a lot clearer now, and you're hearing muffled voices through the wall.
Oh. Hey guys. Hey, Caps.
What?
There's voices. This way. Let's all put our heads against this wall.
And as you get your ears against the wall, you can hear much clearer now that you must be inside the wall of the experimentation room.
Oh.
And you can hear
What?
that same lead scientist from before, like,
What's taking them? Look, I think we should just get things underway. We can introduce them into the experiment when they get back from the bathroom or whatever it is they're doing in there. But I think, yes. All right, everybody. Yes, just stand on the. Yes, there's footprints, shoe prints in front of. Yes, that's good. Oh, it runs a lot smoother without those three, actually. That's the hardest part of the job is. Oh. Well, nothing to matter. It's a very, very simple thing for them all to do. Very good. Okay. And we're going to go for number 1. Everybody ready? All right.
They're doing it.
Protective goggles on.
Do we have
Yes,
protective
everyone. No,
goggles?
you don't have to worry.
We're meant to be
You're
wearing
in.
goggles.
The glass cases that you're in are made of protective alloy or something. Yes. No, don't worry. I'm laughing about something funny from earlier today.
Hey, everybody, we should close our eyes.
I agree, Fron. I think it makes it easier to imagine what is happening out there when I close my eyes. So, yeah, I'm going to do that.
No, it's because we don't have goggles in here.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Protect your eyes.
Put my hands over my eyes.
All right, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and the cables on Bortus's side, on his left shoulder, just start sort of vibrating, and there's like a lot of like energy just flowing through them. All the hairs on his body all standing up, and the rest of you as well. You can feel these reverberations through the walls as something powers up, and there's a little, and then just a little, like a faint clattering sound, and then like screams and wails of terror of what sounds like 6 people.
Whoa.
The people in the glass boxes just sort of screaming, "Oh, what the? Ah, what? Oh, is he alive? Is he alive?" Oh.
Fron, are you making the? I'm very scared. Cleo, what's going on? Are you shaking?
Quiet. Now, we can't let them hear us. They can't know we're in the wall.
Fron, can you put your hand over my mouth, please?
Fron tries to do that.
It's just...
Meanwhile, through the wall, you can still hear things going on. It's like,
Yes, quickly. No, don't worry about the C. That they're long gone. But the B, I think I see a chest beating. Yes, quickly get them out. Right, yes. Oh, very interesting.
They weren't killed outright. This is progress, people.
Do y'all hear that?
Cleo, what's happening?
That could have been us.
The brain readings, it's not looking good. I don't know about transfer of consciousness, but we've definitely written something. Oh no. And I think we'll have to put this one out of its misery. All right, calm them down. Just give them a little lolly or something. That'll be fine. All right, time to begin the next experiment.
They're coming for us.
Time to get out of here.
Cleo, what are we? Where the heck are we? Oh, jeez, is this what Jobs is like?
Yes. This is what Jobs is like. Is that the title? Is this what Jobs is like?
Okay, I'm gonna start reaching around and try and climb up then and see how far I can get and let these guys know what's up there.
Can you see anything?
I'm getting there, Cleo.
All right, so you're able to sort of grab these big things and sort of like hand over hand climbing like a whole wad of ropes all together. It's not too difficult. And a lot of these like bunches of these cables, they're all sort of like cable tied together as well. So you've got like footholds that you can get your foot into. So you're able to sort of start climbing up and you realize that these walls, they sort of seem to, like the prefabs, like this one seems to go up as high as, and it's quite the big high room. If you remember before, there were viewing platforms all the way around outside of the oval room. And it looks like it takes you all the way up to sort of that second level.
Cleo, Fron, I can keep climbing, but it's quite a while up, but it does look like it can get all the way up to that little platform where the guards were before.
Do you guys think that we're still really worried about getting out of here with the food replicator, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think like
our
there's
prize.
so much good shit here, but I think at the moment it would just be quite scared about like wanting to get.
Dan's just like, I would like to live, and me and Fron are like, let's get that thing though.
Because at the moment we're like in the frying pan, and then I think there's going to be a bit of fire before we get out of the kitchen, like, so I'm just like.
All right, but Bortus, don't forget, we gotta get the tank.
Cleo, after experiencing what gainfully employment feels like, now yes, it's safe, yes, there's food, there's water, but I don't want to go out like that. That seemed like a horrible, horrible way to die, and I want to go back to being a dirt farmer now, so we're going to get that tank, and we're going to get out of here.
We're definitely getting out now, don't mark me wrong. We're getting out. But we're getting out with a tank. Now you climb up, we're coming behind you. I got a little something for once we get up.
All right, Cleo.
Bortus, do you hear anybody outside through the wall where you are?
Oh, okay. One moment, and I'll put my ear to the thing and listen.
So there's a whole lot of like screaming and wailing and banging on the glass. Like you can tell that the surviving people inside there have now completely lost their shit. Like they've seen the first experiment. The scientists completely ignoring them and sort of like giving people sort of obscure instructions to change up the settings. And you can hear like sort of just up above you where you're climbing towards, you can hear sort of murmurs in the box, basically, in the viewing platform up above. And more importantly, when you sort of look all the way up there, you can see like what looks like a series of little holes of light. Like there might even be some sort of vent or some sort of different kind of opening up there.
Fron, I can just hear the screams of our friends down there.
But can you see anything up there?
Well, you said to go towards the light. I see 3 little dots of light. That's just it.
Can you reach the light?
Reach my hand up. No, still a bit to go, I think.
But it's not super far away. Like if you were to keep climbing up for like another couple meters, you could get up to the point where you could peek out. So once Bortus gets up there, he realizes there's a little ledge that he can stand on, allowing Fron and Cleo to also climb up the wires and get up there and peek out through these little holes, the little vent. So all 3 of your faces sort of smushed around the vent, peeking outside.
Fron,
Excellent.
Cleo, I can see.
Looking out there, you can see that you are inside one of these viewing platforms. So like there were a few of them, and this one is like an enclosed sort of glass thing, space. You couldn't even really see in before. It was almost like some kind of like tinted glass. you can see inside, and there are almost like bar bench with like tall bar stools at it, and propped at it, you see, sitting there, just two people. And neither of them are wearing white jumpsuits, is the first thing you notice. One of them is a tall human with hair pulled back in a very severe, tight bun. And she's wearing just the sort of black power suit.
Wow.
And sitting right next to her is an Ursine.
Cleo.
We're talking
fuck.
big, furry, 7-foot bear creature.
Shit.
Oh,
Hugely
bloody
strong, wearing just this sort of, this really like rugged, strappy armor.
Cleo, please tell me that that's not one of those, oh, bugger.
Dang it. She was right.
Oh, no.
It's one of them.
And you can see that the two of them, they're both drinking. They've got these very long, thin, spindly crystal glasses sort of filled with a syrupy blue liquid. The human woman is sort of sipping on hers. The Ursine is just sort of looking at it with disdain and sort of like looking down. And then finally, the bear creature speaks.
We can't keep going this way. You said we could have whatever was left, and it doesn't look like anything is going to be left.
Patience, my friend. We will get it working and you will have your labor force.
I don't like it. A waste of good bodies.
Oh, no.
This is just the way things are. Now, we can service our clients and your assistants will be well looked after, but, well, you have to break a few eggs in these things. I'm sure we're going to get it right very soon. The last one was looking very promising. They weren't killed outright. No, I think we're going to have it working within the day. Just drink up, have a nice time, and just think about all the money we're going to be making.
Oh. Cleo, does that mean that we're the eggs?
I don't want to be an egg.
No, I would way rather be a spoon.
Today ain't the day for us to be eggs because we are caps and we gotta get out of here. We gotta get our take and we gotta tell everybody what they are doing in here because they are grape crazy if they think that they're taking us down. Now, how are we gonna get out of here? Because we got business. We got business and it ain't over for the caps.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here to give us that rousing speech because, quite honestly, I was maybe just going to stay in this wall for the rest of my life.
Well, right now, we kinda have to because those two are outside.
Well, Fron, have you got any bloody idea how to get past a giant? Like, you're a big guy, Fron, but that's a bigger guy.
That's a bear, and that lady is in power armor. We have only jumpsuits.
Well, now hold on. Is there any other way out of this? Can we... Is there any other, way? We've climbed all the way up now.
I mean, basically, you could potentially burst out of any point of this wall. It's all very doable.
Well, this now ain't the time.
Yeah, because these interior walls have just been they've got this big fold-out box thing that's built to withstand the elements.
Okay.
But all the interior walls are just these shitty paneling.
Wait, Cleo,
Okay.
you've got bombs. Could we roll a bomb forward? Could you roll it across the floor and blow them up?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The minute that we ignite a bomb, people are going to know.
But they're killing everybody out here.
Well, I'm not worried about, the morality
Yeah,
of
that's
it. I'm worried about, the stealth of it. Right now, no one knows where we are.
You know what?
But
I'm
if
actually
we-
glad you say that. I agree with you.
If we start making bangs, they might know. But I'm liking it because I have I think I have 3 explosive kits and some pieces.
Can I do a little perception? Just look left and right and just around, just perception. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a roll.
18.
18. So Bortus being rather
Scared.
perceptive, as survival instincts have kicked in.
Terrified.
So
We got to try
looking
this
out
more often.
for starters, you can see that the Ursine and the woman are sort of they're not talking anymore. They're just sort of distracted, just sort of looking down at the carnage beneath. all of the prisoners, as they now must be described, are banging on the glass, trying to get out. There's just a lifeless body just left there in the sea tank, along with just one other person who's just like way up at the other end from where that body is dropped dead, just sort of, like looking horrified.
Oh, damn.
There's still 4 of the bees in their side. One of them has obviously been taken out, though, the one that survived the process but that was then euthanized. And the scientists ignoring this entirely, sort of getting things set up. And you can sort of see like the lead scientist up on a platform off to one side is just sort of like pacing back and forth as they're readying things. Inside the wall here, you can see that now that you've climbed up these cables, you can now traverse past them and keep going through the wall on the other side. You could either stay up on this little ledge up where you are, or you could climb back down to the ground floor and sort of squeeze along that way.
Dan's like, let's keep climbing.
We're moving forward, not backwards.
Aiming for the stars.
I pass that on to Cleo and to Fron straight away.
All right. I think we need to make our way out.
Hey, boss, what are you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that I got 3 bangs.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go there, boss. I saw it in your eyes.
Well, yeah, I'm there. I'm right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because now if I drop a bang, well, they might not know where it came from. Might not even know it was us. Might think that something went wrong. Something else.
Yep.
And then we keep going while they all come to see what went wrong.
Okay, I like that.
And it might stop things up, so if they do catch us, well, their glass box ain't working, because we done wrecked it.
I like that.
Sounds
We're
good to
wrecking
me.
this place and taking from it, too, at the same time. Here we go. And I'm just... Can you just move over a little?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on, I've just got to make... No, I need a piece of cord or something.
Yeah.
I just rip it right out of the wall.
Yeah, just
bang them up with their own shit.
Not sure if it's just me, but I feel like I'm so much more inclined to shop and eat healthier when the weather is nice outside. Like when I can just peruse the cute little farmer's market on a sunny summer Saturday. I'm so much better at grabbing the seasonal fruits and veggies and just overall gravitating towards fresh produce and away from heavier processed foods. So I've been trying to combat that this winter, and as we head into spring, something I'm bringing with me are my HelloFresh orders. With HelloFresh, you're getting seasonal ingredients picked at peak ripeness, and you can really taste the quality. Ingredients also always travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh, which is so helpful when I'm missing that farmer's market energy. It also doesn't hurt that making their delicious dinners is a cinch with chef-crafted seasonal recipes and ingredients already pre-portioned, so all you have to do is cook and enjoy. I made this salmon limon with a veggie couscous last week, and not only were the veggies so fresh and wonderful, but it made me try a new way of cooking salmon, which was a learning experience and also cooked faster than I usually do it, so I appreciated that. Also, you may have heard me talk about Green Chef before, which is now actually owned by HelloFresh. I really do love both, and with so many options to choose from, there really is something for everyone. If you'd like to try out HelloFresh for yourself, go to hellofresh.com/realm60 and use code REALM60 for 60% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/realm60 and use code REALM60 for 60% off plus free shipping of America's #1 meal kit.
Okay, I have made... This is the first historical moment of Cleo making a bomb.
Oh, come on.
Chronologically.
She's probably made a bomb before this, like, in her life, but this is the like, chronologically for us, this is the first bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she's blown up people's letterboxes and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's been some bangs
Oh,
before
good
this
luck.
bang, but this is the big bang.
Good luck.
Oh my god. Watch it be like, meh, 2.
I know. Come on, don't be 2.
No, it's gonna be good because this is for dice.
It's for dice.
This is for dice.
Dirt don't hurt.
Dirt don't hurt. 17.
Oh, a nice strong 17.
Today the dirt do hurt.
Dirt
It hurts back.
Cleo.
Cleo
Dirt
2,
do hurt.
when dirt hurt. When dirt hurt her.
A solid little explosive. You're gonna like set like you're gonna like up an egg timer for a certain time.
I'm actually like, I'm not gonna time it because I'm just gonna drop it and then we're gonna go
Okay.
Go which way?
the one way that we came
To
go.
the
So
side.
he's gonna go along the
Yes.
side, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
up on this second
Yeah,
floor.
we're staying
or this
up.
first
We're
floor.
staying up because we climbed all the way up here.
I see that look in Cleo's eye, and I'll be like, Fron, quickly, she's doing it. Let's get out of here.
They just
Ready,
start
boys?
edging along because like you can't move super fast, but you
Yeah.
can like get a bit of a head
I
start.
figure like when we get around the corner, we're a story up and like around the corner, so we're probably fine.
Cleo's like maniacally laughing, and Fron and I are like, oh no, not again. Get out, come on.
Ah, that one's from the caps.
All right, so like racing along as Cleo puts the final touches on the bomb and just drops it down the little shaft down to the bottom to where the cables are fed into the room to the machines. You can hear,
Yes.
meanwhile, you can hear like a
10, 9, 8.
the scientist is counting down again. It looks like they're ready for their second experiment, and there's a ding, ding, ding,
4,
3, and before he gets all the way to 1, there is a boom. I've rolled 12 points of damage here, so damn. You guys like there's just suddenly like light and shrapnel and dust and stuff. You've mostly got out of the way. Cleo was sort of like kind of like ratted up a little bit. Like definitely her jumpsuit is filthy now. It's just soot and dirt and like dust from inside this wall just flying up. There's just like a flash of fire. You guys feel like the air just rushing through. But most of it is blown out through the walls on either side. The cables are just sparking and flickering about beneath you as you're like, you're getting yourselves along this thing.
Jeez.
And there's just chaos as you just hear sort of like screams and confusion. You can see sort of lights coming through. There's like a fire has started down there where all these wires are just setting their plastic casings on fire. And there's like flickering lights as though the lights in the big room are just going on and off, quickly making your way along higher platform inside the wall. But I'm gonna need all 3 of you to roll stealth.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
boy.
bugger.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm glad that Fron will be finishing the game.
Yeah.
Because looks like I've got a 6.
I got
mean,
Dan has
really, it only
got a
takes
4.
one of you to fuck this up.
Oh, don't say that.
As you guys are like racing along, trying to get as far away from the explosion as possible before they start searching, and you're just clanging around inside this really thin wall, and you hear a growl through the wall in front of you.
It's
Like big, clawed feet
Oh my god, he's gonna smell us.
starting to sort of like stomp alongside, and sniffing and snuffling along the wall, and then of claws scratching along the wall.
Fron. He's right outside. Load the gun.
and I start pulling the gun out from inside my jumpsuit. Start pulling it out like this, like feeding it out my neck hole to try and like get it out.
So while this is happening, like Bortus is like awkwardly getting this massive rifle, like smacking himself in the face with like the handle and stuff. He's pulling it out of his jumpsuit. Fron is just sort of like like loading up the blaster pistol. What's Cleo going to be doing this meantime? And there is like just a sniffing and a creaking of claws along the wall, just sort of coming along towards where you are.
I'm gonna prepare a second bomb.
It's fair. Give me a roll for that.
I'm not necessarily going to toss it, though. Because if I've learned anything about grenades and bombs from playing Destiny, it's that if you throw one at a solid object, it will return to you.
Return to sender.
So,
Oh, Tay!
Nice.
It's a 20.
Natural 20.
ding! I guess I'm not the one eating this pie today.
So tell me about this explosive, because this is a glorious one.
This one is definitely a shrapnel bomb. Because we need to do some AoE damage, am I right? Like, we got 2 people, formidable figures. We've got the power armor lady, who is bad news. We got a Ursine.
Yeah.
Which we've never even really, like, we probably can't take an Ursine.
Oh,
So this thing needs to be nasty. This needs to be a crappy, dirty, rusty, high force velocity shrapnel explosion.
So you're talking like
and
maximum
it is targeted.
carnage over an area.
Yeah.
You want to be able to, like, basically if those 2 are both coming for you, you want to take them both out kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is
Well, I mean,
this is a
with
We're
with
hiding
with
behind paper
with
thin
the
walls.
20, I can say that you have crafted such a device. And
Wow.
perhaps in the nick of time, because that scratching of the claw, that chalkboard sound sort of coming along the wall towards you, the Ursine has picked up its pace, sort of stomping along, scratching along the wall, coming up to about where you are, and then it stops. And you can just hear them right next to you through this paper-thin wall. The bear is right there, right to the side of the 3 of you, just breathing. Meanwhile, you can hear all the chaos below. Like, beneath you, you can see someone who's just got a fire extinguisher and, like, putting out the fires down there. There's all sort of, like, chaos. You can hear sort of scientists yelling things.
Don't worry about the test subjects. Just make sure we can get this thing going again. I've got a lot of money riding on... Oh, gosh.
But that bear is just standing suspiciously close to where you are inside the wall.
How close am I to where the bear is? Is he like in front of me? Is he off to the side? Can I hear where he is?
So
I hear where the
as
breathing
far
is
as you
coming
can
from?
tell, he is like right by you.
Okay.
You know, like
Since
if you put your face against the wall, you might be cheek to cheek with the bear, as far as you can tell by the sound.
I'll motion to I'll tap Cleo on the shoulder and Fran on the Bortus on the shoulder, and take the handgun and put it against the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of where I can hear the breathing. And then I'm asking, like, with, like, should I do this? With, like, hand signals or whatever.
Point at the gun and do a little shrug.
I'll lift my gun up and, like, point it at the same spot. And then look to Cleo as well. Just like, what do we do? What do we do?
Now I'm gonna look at both of you and show you the bomb, and then take my hand and do like a very wide range explosion gesture.
Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking is I can put the gun
Right.
where the breathing is coming from, and I'm just gonna take the shot through the wall.
Alrighty,
We're gonna Cleo's gonna nod at you.
Bye, guys.
Shit. Well, that's gonna make a hole in the wall.
It's an 8.
Well, at least we've got that.
Yeah.
So Fran takes the shot. You sort of lit up as this bolt of plasma comes out of the blaster. A hole opens up. It's like, like a double fist-sized hole. And you hear like a grunting growl. You smell singed fur. And then, just roll a 23.
God.
In an instant, just a barrel of fury, a huge clawed fist just comes through the wall, puncturing straight through, grabbing Bortus by the head and just tearing him out through the wall. The panel comes along with Bortus as he is just pulled out into the box upstairs. You guys are suddenly flooded with light, and you're greeted with the sight of this huge Ursine just pulling Bortus and the panel out and roaring.
So Bortus is in the room now.
Yeah.
Is he held by the bear?
So the bear has just got like a grip on his skull.
Okay, I pull up my gun and like put the muzzle in against the arm of the bear and start shooting off.
Nice.
Try and get free.
So I'm just going to quickly roll the damage that Bortus has taken. Bortus has taken 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
Just from being grabbed by a clawed hand, basically.
Bugger.
Pulled.
big
I mean, the
bear.
wall, it hurts, but it is like the wall sort of came away with you.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a roll for that.
Okay, just ranged weapon, right?
Yeah. But it is
9. Oh my god.
I was going to say you have to re-roll the damage for this thing, but it's moot point if you miss it.
I'm missing a point blank range as well. Like,
So this is a crazy situation though, because you're trying to shoot at a bear that's right there, like wrestling with you. So you shooting these blaster points. At which point the Ursine does let go, however, realizing that it's sort of struggling with this wall, and it sort of just grabs the wall and flings it like a frisbee, like way across the room, bouncing around, and is left standing there.
I will dive back into the wall and try and land on top of Fron and Cleo, forcing us all to like fall down the wall.
I guess you just give me a dexterity roll.
I'm fucking terrified. I do not want to fight this bear.
So I got a 16.
So yeah, I scramble back onto my feet and just kind of like on all fours, just launch myself into the wall again.
All right, the Ursine, I've rolled that's off -5. -5 to its dexterity rolls, though, this poor thing.
Yeah.
tries to catch Bortus, but Bortus scrambles into the wall as its claws sort of swipe thin air, and it's sort of like growling this big, drooling, sharp-toothed snout sort of coming in at the wall, snapping at you as Bortus drops onto Fron and Cleo. Do Fron and Cleo just allow themselves to be like knocked down?
Yes, but I would like to toss the bomb out into the room.
All right, give me a dex roll for that.
Oh, this is fucking wild.
21!
Human Cleo's got the good dex.
Say!
Oh my god, this is never gonna
It's
happen
a
to me ever
21
again.
dex with a 20 bomb. You fucking nailed it, Cleo.
So Bortus.
This bomb was made for you.
It's got its name scratched in it. Bear drawing.
Bear for your bare ass.
Bortus leaps in through the hole, landing like Fron and Cleo sort of reaching and catching him as Cleo with her other hand sort of tosses the bomb out, and the bear sort of like it's sort of like murder in its eyes, like its head is stuffed in a hole, teeth, drool, and then it sort of like sees the bomb sort of go sailing over its head and clink, clink, clink behind it as the three of you, almost giving like a cheeky little wave bye-bye, slide, Matrix styles, down inside the walls, down to the lower level. And then...
Nothing but net.
I'm so scared, you guys. Please. Let's not go back up there.
Jeez.
There is a big boom up above you. You're all just like flattened down to the ground with the concussive force. There's just like fire. You're all sort of like a little bit deafened and blinded by the light. And you see, like the wall is just gone up there now. There's, just all completely exposed into the room. And you see, just sort of twitching on the ground, a bare hand. All that seemingly remains of the Ursine that has taken 26 points of damage and been completely exploded.
Oh, the hand is separated from the body?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
That's some Star Wars shit.
And the rest of the body is turned to mush by the looks of things.
Like a lucky rabbit's foot.
Nice.
Oh, bloody hell.
Now, which way is out?
Now we're back at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Cleo. Fron. Oh, bugger. Are we alive?
Toss me the rifle. Toss me the rifle. We're going out.
All right, Cleo. What type of crazy plan you got now? But actually, thank you for saving my life because...
We're going to
bloody
try.
hell. Hand.
We ain't done yet, boys. We still got a take to collect.
Yeah, we're just a...
Yeah.
At this point, like, just a take of our own lives would be quite enough.
Look at me. Look at me in my eyes. Right in my eyes.
Yes, Cleo.
Both of them.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Wet food.
Okay.
Wet food.
This is an expensive wet
food. Well, it sure is.
Alrighty, so as you make your way back along, this time on the lower floor, you can see up ahead, like, you can see this area now, and you can sort of see that, like, it is mostly just these prefab walls. There's sort of structural stuff, so there's, like, big girders, and then there's, like, that up above, there's that sort of ledge that you were standing on earlier, and then you can sort of see that all the way, if you were to keep following the wall the way you were going, you would eventually reach a very different sort of looking wall, one that looks a lot sturdier. It's definitely not these same panels. That's probably the wall that the door is in, that leads back towards the holding facility, or the living quarters of the employees. But going back the way you're going, there's just a big gaping hole, and if you sort of like part the wires and sort of make your way through the sparking, ruined mess of these machines, you sort of eventually come out, and there's just this hole that opens up. It's a big ass hole, opens up into the room, and there are just two guards standing there, and they quickly point their rifles at Cleo as she peeks through, sort of like, you know, looking a bit like shell-shocked and confused, like this wasn't really what they expected their job to ever entail.
It's me. It's me, and I found these two.
Did they make the explosions? Get out of here! Get out of here! Quickly, and don't make any fast moves.
I found them passed out, and they are very confused. I'm gonna take them back to their bunker, so they don't get lost.
Come out of here!
Or make a mess.
Come out here! Let me have a good look at all three of you. Get out!
He sort of herds the three of you out into the room. As he's coming out, coughing and spluttering, there's this dust everywhere. The lights are flickering. You can see that the holding cells, they're still, or the glass boxes are still sealed up. And there's another dead body now in the C case. But in the B case, you can see, like, it's opened up, and there are guards. There are multiple guards just pointing their rifles at the remaining people in there, which is only three of them. And there's another body on the ground. But this time, that body is propped up, and scientists with big grins on their faces are doing all kinds of quick scans and things, completely ignoring the chaos, ignoring the explosions. It seems as though, like, their work has finally come up right. They've finally succeeded, because this person's sort of moving and looking confused and lost and sort of coughing and sputtering and wailing, while the others are huddled in the corner. The guards are sort of pointing the guns at you, sort of like, you know, like beckon you out, and so they're looking back and forth.
So what, you found the ones who went to the bathroom?
Yes, but I need to turn them back into their cell.
Okay, I guess so. Like, we can't.
Well, they can't go out there.
No, obviously they're busy. They're blocking up. We can't put them back. Okay, fine. Yeah, escort them back there.
Well, thank you very much for letting me do my job.
I don't pay nearly enough for us to do this. Okay, you deal with this problem. I owe you a drink.
You surely do. Good day.
All right,
Come,
but
you prisoners.
Wasn't there one more of them? Where's the other one?
There was a body that I could not move.
Okay, yep.
It was
fine. Well, you know what? You owe me a
unconscious.
drink. You get these two in their cells. I'll go get the body.
Well, that cancels the other drink out.
The body trumps prisoners.
But now, who will get a drink?
We can both have drinks, but you're buying because I've got to touch body.
But I had to touch both of them.
Well, they look fine. They're only bleeding a little bit.
But they're alive, and I had to touch them to get them out of where they were.
Oh.
And I'm probably going to have to touch them again.
We'll talk
Like in a
about this
minute.
later.
We will. It is not over.
Get that body.
And he sort of like starts fighting his way through the cables back in where you came from.
You two, you seize. Let's go back.
Oh, yeah.
No trouble out of you anymore.
All right, please, just, please.
Come now. We are going.
Sorry, Miss Guard Lady, we will be quiet.
Finally.
So as Cleo pretends to escort the two of you, you get a better look at what's going on. And the guards are all looking shocked and confused. all the sort of lower level scientists are like, they're rushing about, like trying to salvage things. They're like pulling out plugs. They're like scanning things and like getting readings and like sort of making sure that whatever went right, they will be able to replicate again. And some of the sort of lower level lab assistants are just like literally like putting out fires and things. The guards are just looking lost and confused. Like the ones that you walk past just look at you with like big dumb looks like, and don't say anything as Cleo's just sort of marches past confidently. Most of the guards are there just like pointing guns at the heads of the further prisoners so that the scientists can do their work on the quivering body on the ground. You catch little glimpses, little bits of conversation.
Yes, total transference. What letter did we put on your jumpsuit? It was a C, wasn't it? Yes. Oh, but look, there's a B on their chest. We've done it.
This is a fucking heist.
Yeah.
We are killing it. We are killing it.
Dude, we're doing okay. We're not dead yet, so... it's close.
So as you get like a little bit further out away from the wall, you can sort of you can peek back up over it. I sort of imagine that sort of just out of habit that Bortus is probably facing backwards anyway.
Yes.
And you can see that the box, the viewing platform up there is just smashed out. All the glass is gone. It's been wrecked, and you see the slumped form of the power-suited woman. Just sort of like, just slumped over the bar where she had been drinking. And you can see there's just a big, fat, jagged piece of metal shrapnel just went straight into her neck. And she's gone. There's a whiff of like a singed fur. And there's just a sort of a black blood splatter of where the earth sign must have been standing up there. So that box has just been blown out by Cleo.
Damn, Cleo.
Damn.
Nice.
You guys were doing it. We're doing it.
Cleo, you're able to lead them, and you sort of go. You got to go around some of the scientists to sort of like look it up, and sort of like wave you out of the way. Like they really don't want to have to deal with this. You sort of get the impression that like that a lot of these people think that the explosion just happened because of the experiment.
Oh,
excellent. That was the hope.
Fuck yeah, that's brilliant.
And as well, like if that was an accident that went wrong, and like sort of blew things up, but also like maybe that's what made the experiment work.
Oh.
So the scientists are sort of like they're really sort of scratching their heads on this one because they changed something and then something exploded out of the wall, but they managed to get it to work. So they're a lot of them as well are coming in and protectively grabbing the funnel-like devices, removing them from their sockets between the two glass cells. Each one of them gets placed into like a carry case with foam, clapping these up and sort of like taking them away from all the explosions and fire, as though they are perhaps the working parts of the experiment. But ignoring all that, I imagine Cleo is able to get you to around the room back towards the door.
All right. I think we're nearly there.
As you start getting closer to the door, you can see like there's basically two doors right next to one another, and one of them has labeled above it test subjects B and C, and the other one just has a sign that says raw materials A.
What
Raw
the
materials.
Do we want to go see if there's a bigger take?
Yeah.
What do you think that's about? Raw materials.
Is that where they store the food?
Is that where they keep their good stuff?
Or wait,
Maybe
can
there's
we
some
read?
cans in there.
Yeah, Cleo
I
can
think
read.
you can read well enough to like.
All right.
Certainly, for the sake of this of this plot, I think you're gonna have to be able to.
Yeah.
Maybe even if Cleo can't, like Bortus can.
You think that's where they keep the... You think they got a bigger food replicator in there?
You think a pirate lives in there?
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do. And maybe they have some cans too. And some more overalls and things that we could take.
I mean,
it's raw materials.
we already know what's in that door, so we have no idea what's behind this one. Could
we
be.
do. We got the password.
Exactly.
Yeah, Cleo has like she's snaffled the little thing that she just needs to hold up to the panel, and presumably it will just like decode and open the door.
Let's just have a look. Just a small
Yeah,
one.
just a little peek.
Nobody's looking at us right now anyway.
Exactly. Ain't nobody on their way. Let's go.
So as you go up and just ignore the door back to where you came from now, holding up the wrist-mounted device, you just stabbed it in your pocket, don't you? So you're just sort of like holding it in your hand?
Yeah.
Up to the thing, and there's a beep, 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 and the door slides open. A little access granted flashing on the terminal. And you can see it is another one of these hallways with the sterile white leading down to another door. And you're able to sort of step in with the door closing behind you, now leaving you very secretively escaping from the carnage behind.
Ooh.
Making your way along the hallway to the other doors. Cleo once again holds up the pass to a terminal. The door opens up. And inside, it is another living quarters, similar to the one that you were in before, but everything's just that little bit nicer. Where there were sort of, dodgy bunk beds sort of hastily stacked in a corner, there's like actually sort of cubicle rooms. The tables all look like they're a little bit cleaner. It's still sort of a bit messy, but as you sort of look around, you see that there's a bunch of people. Loads of them, like dozens, all wearing these same white costumes with little red A's on the chest. Mm-hmm. And they're all sort of like, sort of looking about, looking very bored. They're all snacking. They've all got those same paper or polystyrene bowls and cups. But it doesn't seem like anyone's drinking beer. They're all drinking green juice-looking stuff. They're eating like these very healthy-looking snacks. They don't have the burger-type things that you had. But the one thing you really do notice about these people is that compared to the B's and C's, they're all very young, beautiful, and just like at their sort of physical peak.
I don't think we fit into this group.
Well, that's, I feel pretty bad about myself now.
And they all just sort of like look up with like a record scratch as the three of you come in, covered in dust and dirt. Bortus has just got blood all over one sleeve and like puncture wounds in his head. And maybe we end the episode there.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck?
That was cool.
That was so good. Oh my god. That was great. Oh.
I'm glad you guys took the bait because I've got like a bit more like like what's going on to explain. So
Oh, the bait with A, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what would have happened if we hadn't gone to the bathroom? Because obviously going to the bathroom then opened up a whole other fucking storyline.
Well, you guys would have been. You wouldn't have been obviously any of the first ones to go, so you would have been the screaming people in those cells when the person dropped dead and you realized what the fuck was going on.
Oh, shit. Oh, and I guess that's when we would have been glad we had the gun with us.
Yeah, but I mean, then,
we would have had to fight our way out.
Cleo could have blown a hole in the thing. Yeah, you guys could have escaped from it. Like, there was...
It would have been less stealthy.
I love how we did it, though.
I love it. I think that it worked out it was really cool.
So, my goodness, guys, we made it through another episode.
Yes.
We made it.
Cleo Day is dragging out into Cleo Days because it's going to be at least 3.
Oh, yes.
At least.
So you're all going to have to come back in a couple of weeks and hear the next bit.
If you want to know what happens to the raw materials.
And if you like our show, though, and you're enjoying what's going on, then we could use some help from you. We could use a 5-star review on iTunes. Oh, that would be so good. It pushes us up the charts, better, and that is the way that we get our podcast into the ears of new listeners. So, yeah, if you haven't done an iTunes review or any type of review on any app, please follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. That would be great. Thank you so much.
And if you got some credits burning a hole in your pocket, and you really want to help us grow and help us, become more and more pro, we got a Patreon. You could join up, sign up for a little while if you want. You get access to our second podcast, which is just us rambling about all sorts of stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
You also get access to our prior game, our Dungeons and Dragons game. It's a little bit more rough around the edges than what we're doing these days, but
it's what we scratched our teeth on.
Epic story, and it is as well worth a listen. It's a campaign in its completion. It's epic. It's got necromancers. It's got time travel. It's got these guys doing slightly different voices and different characters.
Yes.
So you can check that out. And there's a few other things. I mean, you will be on Patreon, but like one of the big things is our patrons. There's a little tasty morsel I offer them as I sing their names at the end of the episode.
Do you sing their little names? Cheeky little song at the end of the episode?
Cheeky little song?
Cheeky little song.
Oh, what sort of genre should I do this time? That's the real question.
Oh.
The cheekiest.
A cheeky little song. Wait, you've done Western a bit, but it's always fun.
Oh, I was thinking like there was that TikTok you showed me before.
The Midwest emo.
It makes me want to try and do a sort of like Midwest emo kind of
Midwest emo.
I might struggle at this. I never really listened to a heck of a lot of emo, but let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go.
We're getting emotional tonight.
Lucas Duff, Marcus Brackerman, the Bell Queen, Nicola Randy Wipers 999, Trevor, and Bentooth, Duff, Dogmeat Shima, Jimmy Pale. This isn't emo at all. Max Bodie, Waco Isaac, Tobias the Beard, and introducing Jason.
You started off emo and you finished in your comfort zone. I love it.
I lost the plot somewhere through there.
I liked it. I liked it.
So good.
I liked it. And that could be you.
Oh.
You could be immortalized forever in a song.
Oh, I
cheeky little song
at midnight. We're recording at midnight right now.
Oh yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. Yeah.
I got paper thin walls. The neighbors definitely heard that.
They love that. The encore is resounding through the streets, and that could be you.
Yeah.
That could be you. Join the Patreon. Join the team.
Yes.
Because we've got a secret channel in our Discord where we round up all the patrons and then we decide who's going to be raw materials.
Yes. See you next time, and thanks Willem for joining us again. Oh my God,
yeah,
Fran.
thank you.
Yeah.
As always,
Willem
it's a pleasure.
is still here. Willem
and we're not done yet.
He's made it.
He's still Fran, and he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Amazing. And that's extra amazing because last time we did this, we made sure that Bortus and Fran could heal.
Oh yeah, we don't have any good berries this time.
We did not really do that this time, so last one's a rotten egg.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of dangers out here. And if you're gonna be taking pot shots at beers,
you might not live to tell about it. But so far we have.
Yeah.
But Willem will be back on the next one, and we'll see you all there as well.
Yes.
Same bastard time, same bastard network. But until then, ciao.
Bye.
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 Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.